Hey everybody, today Rahdo runs through Uberstax, which is a universal game piece holder. It's innovative, it's interlocking, and it's stackable. And I gotta say, for my money, this is probably just about the coolest expansion, or accessory I should say, for board games that I've ever seen. I picked up one of these 6-piece packs at Gamma last week, and Jen and I have used it a bit, and I gotta say, I'm just blown away by what you get with this. So what do you get with it? Let's go on ahead. I've already opened it. And pull them all out. There we go. You get 6 Uberstax blocks. Look at them. Alrighty. And my understanding is they do come in different colors. If you don't like the blue, you can go check out their website links down in the show notes to see what your options are. But here we are. What are these? These are basically interlocking, stackable things. Boom. I've just made a card tray out of 2 of them. And why would I want to do that? Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you haven't used card trays before, but Jen and I, we find we have a lot of use for them in a lot of our games. Like, say, for instance, Trois over here, one of my top 10 favorite games of all time. At the beginning of the game, every player is given a secret character card that they have to keep secret throughout the game. And what they do is they just put it, you get it, you look at it, and say, oh, okay, yeah, this is my secret goal I have to achieve for Marie here. And then it just stays face down for the whole game. And if you forget, and believe me, you'll forget, Trois is a big, heavy game, and always you're like, wait, let me check. What was I supposed to be doing again? Oh, right, yeah. Wait, let me check again. And throughout the whole game, you're doing that. Wouldn't it be so much nicer to say, hey, let's just put it here like this. No one can see it but me, and it's just there right off to the side of the board while I'm playing and doing all my stuff, and I can just see it at a glance. It's so awesome. You know, and just one of these simple little 2 pieces snapped together is actually big enough to hold 2 full-size cards in case you're playing Trois as a 2-player game, because in a 2-player game, you get 2. And again, it's going to be very, very difficult, I find, to remember what these are. So rather than constantly peeking throughout the game, just Uber stack them. And there you go. You're set. You just got this bit of information off to the side. You can play your game. So that's really, really awesome for games that have like secret cards that you don't want to have to keep constantly rechecking throughout the game. That's really cool. But you don't have to stop with just 2 pieces like this. You could get a little bit bigger. You could take a third piece, snap them sideways, and slap it down to this base, and boom, now it's twice as big. You could fit 3 or 4 cards on this. You know, you could even go bigger. And then put a second one down. Heck, you could even go super big. There's 6 pieces here total. You could go like, say, this. And now you've got a ginormous card tray in case you're playing a game like, say, Paperback here, where, you know, it's a deck builder, you have a hand of cards, and every turn you have your 5 cards, and you're trying to figure out what word, I don't know, folks, you're watching, this is a wild card, it could be a letter, what words could I make out of this? And, you know, so you're hiding behind your thing, and you're like moving around and trying to say, oh, you know, there's lauder. Oh, if only I had a Y. So, you know, that's really kind of handy to be able to move around. But, you know, the Uberstax snapping doesn't just stop at expanding horizontally like this. It can go vertical as well. Say, for instance, I'll just snap this one back off here. Oops, all my cards are falling apart. Let me snap this back off, put it on the second row. Look at that, folks. And then snap this back together. And now I've got a 2-story card thing, you know, and so because maybe I want to do something like that where I've got all these cards here, and you know, this is a wild card. This will work well with anything. I put this on the second level, so I don't worry about it. I just worry about what's on my first level, stuff like that. And you know, that's actually really, really cool too. It's not just horizontal; it's vertical that you can stack these card trays. But oh, and of course, you know, it goes without saying, I'm only showing cards. But say you're playing Versailles, you know, which is a tile laying game, and you have a whole bunch of tiles you're collecting over the course of the game. You can use it just as easily to keep all your tiles easy peasy to see, without having to just keep them face down and constantly, all right, what do I have again? Let's see, and if I move this, and you know, instead you're like, okay, well, I know I'm going to put this like this and this like this. That's actually going to be really, really handy. And I'll probably build upwards like that, say, because you're already planning the 3-dimensionalness of how you're going to lay out these tiles when you eventually get to the center space on the board, so you can put them all and, you know, help build the Palace of Versailles. So this vertical thing, the horizontal thing, is absolutely awesome. But, you know, there's more you can do with it. With just these 6 things, there's a lot of neat little configurations you can come up with. Like, let's say, well, okay, let's do another double. All right. No, actually, hold on a second. Let's do a single base, and then we've got a double. And then let's say we've got another double. Now, folks, we've got a triple, actually, I'm sorry. I meant to... Yeah, we go like this, we've got a triple decker. You could have 3 rows of cards or tiles. But you might notice there's a problem. It gets a little top heavy. Not really a problem, because what you can do instead is you can take this, in case you're building a top, this is pretty top heavy too. Just you want to have an extra wide space to be able to put all these tiles and lay them out, so you're trying to figure out in advance how you're going to build stuff. This won't stand up. So take one of the other pieces, flip it upside down, snap it in like this, and boom, you now once again won't fall down. You have a sturdy base to be able to do all your, your double-decker planning, which is actually pretty cool as well. Another use for having double-decker like this, say if you're playing Mysterium and you have the older Polish version like I do, or Tajemnicze Domostwo, and you have to keep track of, you're trying to give clues because you're the ghost, and you got your Who cards, and you've got your Where cards, and you've got your How cards, and boom. I can just, if I'm working with 2 investigators, or playing a 2-player game, 2 or 3-player game, as the ghost player, I can see everything all at once. It's just all right there. And when somebody finally guesses, yes, the cook is what I was trying to tell you, and that gets removed, boom, I can see the next layer, and and so on. Really, really cool. This is a lifesaver if you're playing Tajemnicze Domostwo. Now, and of course, if you bought 2 packs of Uberstax, you could expand, horizontally to be able to give clues for even more players and see all their stuff. You could expand vertically if you want to be able to see these cards. Again, if you had enough Uberstax, you could expand taller and taller. You can see just how easy these things are. They snap together. Bop, bop. And put your next level up here. Now, of course, this isn't working because I've only got 6. But, you could again, if you have enough and you make a strong enough support in the back, you could go as high as you want. You could have a big, gigantic page full of information right there in front of you. And speaking of that, here's another really cool use for this. If you are the type of player who, say, likes hidden movement games, let's see. We've got this base that, kind of kept it steady for a while. Let's make the base even stronger. So now it's 3 deep, and then let's just go single file all the way up. All right. And again, if I had more pieces, I could go higher, I could go further out. And so now I've got this little easel of sorts that I can take. And here's my pandemic on the brink bio. If you're the bioterrorist, you have to make all your moves. Here's an example of one. All your moves on this and move around in secret. And as the bioterrorist, you're constantly just like keeping this. You're close to your check, you're kind of peeking and whatnot. But you can't really look at the board. Boom, there it is, right there. Just at all times ready for you. You can just look at it. You can be looking at the other players and all that. So this is another really cool use as well. I don't know, folks. I just got to say, when I first saw these at Gamma, I thought, well, okay, that's going to be kind of neat. But it's really just kind of a gimmick, all this stacking stuff. What's really the big deal? But I have been blown away by the versatility of these pieces. And my only problem with this little set of 6 that I've got is it's not enough. I am definitely going to have to go online and get myself probably 2 or 3 more of these, because they're just so awesome. And I want to be able to have, I'll get a different color, so I'll have all red, Jen will have all another color. We can actually stack vertical, horizontal. This will give us so much flexibility in future gaming with this simple, really incredibly clever little modular interlocking system. I'm just absolutely over the moon with it. And that, folks, is Uberstax. Now, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, let me know. Again, if you want to know more about them, you can go check out the links below the show notes, and you can find a link to find out where you can get these things. But I heartily recommend them. These are totally going to replace the normal card trays that we have from, Battle Lore. Yeah, we have Battle Lore 2nd Edition card trays. Maybe it was 1st edition. I don't remember. But those are out. Uberstax are in. Love them, love them, love them. And that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Oh, wait, hold on. One more cool use for these things. Never even occurred to me, but I just saw it on the Uberstax website when I was going to upload the video. Say I've got this little thing right here. You may have noticed, I haven't talked about them, there's holes right here on the front. This is also a totally modular stacking system. So you can make shelves, little display shelves. Like Jen might want to use these to show off her glass markers that she makes, which you can find out more at jennifer.net, JENEFER.net. There's a little ad inside a promotional video for you there. So this is really cool too. Imagine you got your little miniatures and whatnot. So, and again, you could stack higher, make more and more shelves. Again, I am just blown away by the versatility of this cool little product. And that, folks, is finally the end of that. And I'm going to say thanks very much for watching. Talk to you later. So long again. Bye-bye.